Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Marissa, and I am the Crafty Huffer. Those of you I know are coming over from Rebecca's Live. Whoops. I forgot to silence the phone. There we go. We should be good now. So let's see who is here, and then I'm going to show you what I got today. So hello, Nicole. There's Deanne and Robert. Hi, Deborah. There's Tia and Shalene, Victoria, Mickey. Hello, Odd But Nice. Welcome. So some of you will know what this package is. I was on Facebook randomly one night, just kind of checking. And the Patriotic team had just posted that they had some single tips, some of the Texas tips. And I was like, let me go get one since they're available. And so I jumped over really quick. I managed to get one because I don't need more than one, but also to not be greedy. So I got it in the mail today. So this is how it comes. This is going to be a little bit of a mini unboxing here. And I'm super excited. So I got to use these tips when we were at the retreat in October, and the one from last year that I hosted, the 2021, and several people had them in their pins. And I was like, this is the best thing ever. And I have literally, you guys, since October, been trying to land one of these tips. So I'm super excited that I got it. And I'm not showing you the other side of the envelope because it's got my address on it. So this is how it comes. It comes in this really cute little bag. And it comes with a note that says, thank you for supporting our small business. I hope you enjoy your new single. Caution, Texas tips may be sharp. With love, the Patriotic team. So, and it's got this really pretty iridescent card. And then they send a Patriotic team card. And it's got some info there. It gives you their Facebook, their patrioticteam.net, which is the website that I ordered off of. And the ordering was super easy. So, and then you get some candy. So this is a Jolly Rancher Blue Raspberry. So I'm going to put that in my candy dish. And then a tip. And so this is what the tips look like. It's got the rubber things on it to keep it in the pen. And then it's got your tip on it. Mine is not sharp. I've handled it quite a bit. So mine's not sharp, luckily, but we are going to go ahead and put it in the pen. And so let me get out I don't have my pliers handy, but I do have my wire cutters handy. Now I glue my pen tips in with some hot glue. So I'm just going to work that out. And I hope that my tip is deep enough for this to fit in. So here comes nope. So mine is not deep enough. Let's see. If my scissors will get some of this. I think there's some hot glue down in here. I can maybe, yep, there we go. Now it should be good. There we go. Perfect. So there was just some hot glue in there from where I put the original tip in. I don't feel like I need to put glue in this. Oh, that's a really good fit. Very nice. This is not a Redneck Beauty pen or a Patriotic Team pen. This is from Sean and Carol. Is his name Sean? Is that right? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Anyway, that fits down in there perfect. That's perfect. All right, I'm excited to use this. Yay! So excited. Okay, so tonight we're going to continue to convert our St. Jude pattern into a diamond painting. So this is what I got done. Now, when I left you guys last time, I had most of this done. I think I was up to like the J had been finished. And so I put in the other letters and the numbers down here as well. And then I started to put in the black drills because I was going to do a black background. And then I realized my drills were kind of crap. So I'm going to have to get some more 310s to fill this in. And looking at this, I don't know if I want to do black. I may do this with some white drills instead. So, but I'm going to have to order them because all of my other black and most of my white are actually rounds instead of squares. So that didn't work out very well. That was on me. My bad. However, we're going to do this. So some folks came in. Hello, Danielle. Hey, Jennifer. There's Rebecca. Oh, no worries. There's Shalene. She loves her Texas tips. She wants more for her pens. So I really only use these two pens. I've got a one from Crashly that is a clay pen that I like to use. And then I've got, I think Tia is sending me one as well. So I'll work that one into my rotation. But these are the two that I use 99% of the time. So I want to get a floor placer, and I saw that they were available the other day. Of course, I missed it, like I usually do, and wasn't able to get one of those. Okay, so what we're going to put in today is we're going to start working our way back up, and we're going to put in confetti, and then Are You Ready For, which goes above it. So I'm going to start here, and confetti was done in yellow, but I don't think I have very much yellow. So we're going to have to pick a different color, something bright. Somebody give me a color that we can work with. Yes, bumps and humps. Let's see. Anybody have a color recommendation? I'm trying to think. Kind of drawn to this blue, but I think I used it. Nope, it's a different blue. So we have maybe this blue, maybe an orange. I seem to have quite a bit of orange. Deanne says pink. I'm not a big pink fan, but I do have some pretty pinks. So let's see. So we want a light pink. Nope, there's not enough of that one. So the problem is that I'm using leftover drills. So I have to choose one that I have quite a bit of, because this is the biggest word that we have. 995. I think that's the color I just had in my hand. We could do, see, I have enough. It looks like I'd have enough of that pink. We could do a bright orange. What do we think? Got 820. I think most of you are saying 995. Do it 995. Okay. So we'll go with 995. Bag stuck to my sweater. All right. So here we go. So we'll do confetti in this color. Pick one. That's the problem, is there's so many that are so pretty that I want to use them all, which when we get to the confetti part of this, you guys, will be able to use all of the colors. I'm just planning to go baggy by baggy and just use colors. Okay. So we're going to get these in here like this. So if you're still wanting this pattern, it is still available, of course. And you get it by making a $5 or more donation to my St. Jude link. And then, of course, that money all goes directly to St. Jude. And then I will send you a PDF of the pattern. And you can use the same PDF for cross stitch or for diamond painting. And if you are not sure how to do this, I guess I have to put wax in this pen, don't I? Then you can watch the video from last week, and I walked through it step by step. Thank you for putting that link up, Odd. You're so good about that, and I appreciate it very much. Let's see how this super sticky does in this pen tip. Does anybody have a favorite wax that they use in these pens? Does any wax work? I'm pretty sure any wax will work. Red is pretty good about that. She likes lots of different things. So, okay. So we're loaded, and we're going to go in 5, 6, and 7. 8, 9. So we're going to start about here. So that's where our C is going to start. We'll lay down our bottom drills and then go up from there. I think these drills are left over from Firstborn, which was a DAC. That was my favorite diamond painting that I've ever done, is Firstborn. It's one that I would do again with no thought whatsoever. I loved that painting. Loved it, and it turned out amazing. Okay. A blind draw. Yeah, pretty much. Odd is an awesome mod. She is. I have about 13 pink pens and 11 pink waxes. Holy crap. I prefer the Diamond Art Club wax over the like cheaper stuff. Especially for my multi-placers, it seems to just work really well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 more will get me to 8. Sorry, I have to talk and count. You guys know how it goes. Hello, Cheryl. Welcome. There's Deanne. Laughing at me. Why are you laughing at me? Anyway, so yes, we do have a couple spots left for the retreat. I think we're going to try to convince Christy to go. I'm doing my best to apply pressure to the boyfriend, and we'll kidnap her for the weekend. So if you are willing to let her drive with you and you're in the DFW area, please let me know. I know somebody will get her there. If worse comes to worse, she could ride with me even though I'm leaving a day early. That might not work out with the kiddos. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I just wanted to double check my spotting there. And we're going to come down and go over 1. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 5 and 6. So, hey, Samantha, how are you? Welcome, welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I don't have a whole lot of interest to talk about this week. I know I did finally get that retreat video up. Oh my gosh, you guys. This retreat video. So I filmed it at the Cross Stitch Retreat here in DFW. It's called Stitching Texas. And I film things usually on my phone, and I use an app called KindMaster. And I've always had really good success with it. Never really had an issue other than my phone will run out of space, which is just means I've got too much stuff on my phone, right? So, you know, sometimes I have to kind of play around. I might have to like offload some apps or something like that. No big deal. And then the video will process and we're all good to go. I tried to export that thing 5 or 6 different times and it would not export. It kept giving me an error. And so those of you that upload, you know the pain of that when you've waited like an hour or 2 for it to upload. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. And then it doesn't. And so I was like, okay, well, let's get online and do some research for some free desktop software that I could use. I tried OBS, which I already had on my computer, and it would not work for me. It wouldn't upload from OBS either. And so I was starting to get really frustrated at that point, but I had all of this video footage. I had all of these people who were so kind to share their projects, and I couldn't let them down. So I was like, all right. So I started trying to use the free video editing software that came on my laptop. It's the Windows software. And I tried to export it on my computer 4 or 5 times. It wouldn't export. I tried to do it on the work computer and it wouldn't export. And we're about 4 or 5 nights into this now. and I cannot get this thing to work, and I can't get it to work, and I'm really frustrated. And so I finally did some more research on YouTube and was like, what's the best free video editing software? And I ended up with this stuff called, give me a second, I can tell you the name of it. If you want some super fancy, it is called DaVinci Resolve. This is stuff people make like movies with. Like it's so loaded. I was not sure I was going to be able to make it work, or be able to work it, I should say. Not that it wouldn't work, you guys. I tried it on the home computer first, and I tried to send it like 3 or 4 times, and it wouldn't upload. It kept crashing, and so I was like, all right, I'm going to try this one more time on the work computer because it's a big, heavy-duty desktop computer. And I finally got it to upload. On day 5 of working with it and trying to make this work, oh, I was so frustrated. I was so happy to get it up. There's no music. There's no editing. It is what it is. I apologize for that, but my God. You guys. 1, 2, 3, 8, 4, and 6, 7, 8. Yeah, just double checking. So I finally got it to work. So you guys got a video, and it was a pain in my rear end. So you know how much I love you. I really hope you enjoy it, because it might be a minute before I film another video after how much that took out of me. Not gonna lie. So like I said, those of you that do videos, you know that pain. It can be kind of brutal. So I got that done this week, and then we had our first subcommittee meeting yesterday for St. Jude, and it went really well. We've got some really cool ideas that I cannot say on here because, you know, people like to incorporate your ideas into their own events, and I'm determined our St. Jude event should be the best. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down. There we go. And 3 on the outside. There's our E. DaVinci did you wrong. Sounds like you will need a retreat from the video. Y'all, that it was good software. Once I figured out how to work it, it was amazing. But there's buttons in there. I don't know what they do. I mean, it was a very intense software. And I was thinking, I need a degree in filmmaking to use this crap. Such is the life of the YouTuber. Anywho, so I got it done. Bright side, you guys got a video that everybody that has watched it seems to have enjoyed. Some random guy, have you guys been getting comments on your videos about Bitcoin? Because somebody was like, I don't even know why we're not talking about cryptocurrency. And I was like, because this is not a video about cryptocurrency. Get it together, guys. All right, let's see. There's 4, 8, 9. There's 4, 8, and 9. There, and we're going to go down the middle. On number 5. So straight down, just like that. Thank you, Danielle. Yeah, so I know Rebecca was talking about some of these ladies. There was one lady there, you guys, talking about really high count fabric. She was using a 46 count. 46 count is just about the highest count that you can get pretty easily. It's intense. 2 over 2. There we go. Hey, Mindy, how are you? I've been watching your book videos while I'm at work and listening to them. And I'm like, oh, I should read that. And then I don't read that. But I've been enjoying them. see, there's 4, there's 8, there's 9, and down, and then we'll finish our T. This is going really fast. I really do wish I could stitch this fast, you guys. So if you're thinking about converting this to a diamond painting, I strongly encourage you to do so. Make sure you guys are posting your pictures of your work, whether it's stitching or diamond painting. I want to see them. And we're using the hashtag Stitch for St. Jude. That's Stitch number 4 St. Jude. On this, let's finish this word. I'm glad we had enough drills to do this. We're starting a new one. Oh God, what are we starting? Mindy, tell us what book we're supposed to be reading. Maybe I'll actually read this one. Go over to, and one more. Anybody? Anybody? So yeah, Crashly's been hitting me up today. She has decided she's going to be a fabric dyer. And those of you that are coming to the October retreat, one of our classes is going to be fabric dyeing for cross stitch. I really enjoy fabric dyeing. I have a lot of fun with it. It's always a good time to figure out what it's going to look like. It's always a surprise when you pull it out of the jar. I dye in a jar. And like in a mason jar. And so when you do that, you have to ball up your fabric to get all of your fabric down in there. And you don't know what it's going to look like. There it is. When you get done. So it's always a surprise to get it out and open it up and see what you turned out. Or how it turned out, I should say. But yeah, I've dyed a bunch of fabric. I have a lot of fun with it. I use RIT dyes. So I think Crashly, are you here? I think she said she's done pigments, inks, and ice dyeing. I haven't done ice dyeing yet. I'm waiting for it to get warm enough to do ice dyeing. It has not been warm here this week, which honestly I'm okay with because I do not enjoy the heat. And let's see here. I think we can do some yellow over here. We have enough for the, I did miss the F. Sunny beaches. Okay. Crashly's here. So tell us what all kind of dyeing that you have done. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to slide these over. Are you ready for Canetti? That sounds like some kind of a Greece saying. Wasn't that his name? No, his name was Kaneki. Okay. Anywho, you guys. Thanks for catching that, though, because if I'd have finished this word and then been like, that is not spelled properly. Okay, so we're going to be reading... I saw it. The Vineyard at Painted Moon. Okay. What kind of book is it? Is it like romance, mystery? Hey, Fee, how are you? The E is supposed to be an F. You're right. It is. I did ice with just pigments, and it didn't show up very well. Trying ice, alcohol, inks, and pigments now. So what you're probably going to want, if you want it to be super bright, Crashly, is you're going to want some of the RIT powder dye. That is going to be your best bet to get it a nice and bright pigment. And if I had some close at hand, mine are all the way in the bathroom, under the bathroom sink. I would show you what I have. And I can send you a picture later if you'll remind me. But that's what I use is the RIT dye, and you don't get any kind of bleeding from your inks or anything like that. I don't have to use gloves. I know you said that earlier that you have to use gloves. So I've never had to use gloves. All right, you know what, you guys? We're just gonna, here's what we're gonna do. I laid this down fast enough that I can, where's my scraper? We are just going to see if this works. It does not work. Okay. So there was a try at something. Let's not do that again. We'll pick it up with our fingernails. Because I don't know where my tweezers are. Susan Mallory, kind of life choices and coming into her own. Okay. I will have to look for it and see. I've got a credit on Audible. Maybe it's on Audible. And I can use my credit. Because I can listen to it a lot faster than I can read nowadays. Just time-wise. This is not the recommended way to pick drills off your canvas, but it works. Okay, so let's leave. I can turn that T into an E. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to move this down one row. And all of these come down one row. And that comes off. And one more. And my E is now an F. Okay. So then we're going to turn our T into an E. So we're going to move these this way. Like so. And that is the risk you run when you do something like this and try to talk at the same time. So we'll add that there. And one back here. And you can come down here and be part of the middle. Two. Those go there, and 3 on the end. And that's the Tim Gunn School of making it work. Right? There, there, and one more. There. Okay. Here we go. We are going to spell correctly this time. Yeah, so Fee got to go and see the grandbaby. How was that? Are you back home? Are you still in Esperance? Was working and noticed. Oh, no problem, Amanda. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. So, yeah, so Crashly was at an auction from what I understand. And she found this like yardage, I think she said 11 yards of Aida fabric. It's 14 count. And I was like, yeah, you should buy that. And so she's like, hey, you want some? And I'm like, yes, I do. So I'm going to get some of her Aida fabric. If she brings it to the retreat, we can dye it together. Or bring some of it at least. She didn't have to bring the whole roll of it. But we are going to be dyeing Aida fabric if you go. Or whatever fabric that you bring. So she should be an old pro by then. She can help me teach the class. But I'll be getting some of her Aida. And I'm sure that I will be dyeing some of that as well as her. as well. Let me try this again. You guys, talking is hard today, okay? I will be dyeing that just like she is dyeing that. Let's see. There's 4. There's 8 and 9. 1 on each end. There we go. Okay. I think we're back on track. Sorry if you can hear that knocking. Not real sure what my neighbors are doing. What? Wow. Sounds messy. It actually is not that messy. So we'll be doing immersion dyeing, Pippa. The ice dyeing is messy. The immersion dyeing is not that bad. And so you basically have a jar and you put some water in it with your dye, and you get your dye the color you want it to be. And then you ball your fabric up and you stick it down in there. And you let it chill. And then you come back and you open it up and you can dye it in another color. If you want it to like have some dimensions to it. Some of the ones that I've done have, you know, a couple of different colors in them. And then if you just want it to be the one color, then you just take it out of the jar, you rinse it out with cold water, and you lay it out flat to dry. And then when it's almost dry, when it's still a little bit damp, that's when I like to iron it, because that's when you get a really good iron, because it kind of steams itself. And it makes it easy to get those wrinkles out from dyeing. And so that's how I ice dye, or excuse me, that's how I immersion dye. And like I said, once it gets warm and the ice will melt quickly outside, then I plan on doing some ice dyeing as well. That's a little more messy. That one is definitely where you have to pay attention to what you're doing. And I will probably do it because I live in an apartment complex. So you can't get, you know, dye on anything. So I will probably do that in the grass. And then if the grass gets dye on it, it'll get cut the next week. They like to come at 8 a.m. on Monday mornings to cut the grass. Cheryl is asking Rebecca if she finished the sun hat. So those are my plans for that. There will be another Stitching Texas retreat in the fall. I realize I'm jumping around on subjects and I apologize. So if you're in the DFW area, or you could get to the DFW area, let me know, and I'll give you the information to join that Facebook group. Confetti. Okay, just making sure we're in the right place here. Over 2. There's 5 on the top. And we go straight down. And then there are 5 across the bottom. All right, did I do it right this time? Confetti, yes. There we go. I've done tie-dye with the kids too many times. Yeah, fair enough. It is kind of like tie-dyeing. You could even do tie-dye on, like if you want a very specific pattern. I tend to like mine just a lightly modeled look, so that you're not competing with whatever design that you're going to stitch. So I don't go too hard on my design, but some people really like bold patterns with their fabric and with their cross stitch, and that's their jam. So yeah, I have seen someone tie-dye their fabric though. They did a really cool design on it. It worked out really well. Okay, so we're going to do the yellow for our question mark here. Yes, I've done tea dyeing. So I actually tea dye in my crock pot. I have a big 6-quart crock pot, and because it's tea, it's not going to mess up your crock pot, because it's food product. And so I will fill that up with hot water, turn it on low or keep warm. And then I will put my tea in there. And then I usually also add some instant coffee. Over 4. Just to kind of give it a little bit more of a richer look with the instant coffee added into the tea. And then you put your fabric in there and you just let it chill for a while. I think I did my tea dyeing like that for 6 or 7 hours and just left it sitting in the crock pot, making sure every once in a while that, there was enough water in there that it wasn't going to burn. And it turned out beautiful. So it didn't have to sit in there that long. That's, obviously how long it sits is completely up to you. But that's how I did it. And, it's kind of a do it and forget about it. It's not on the stove top. You don't have to worry about it boiling over or anything like that. Amanda says she loves the ice dye with RIT powder and tea and coffee dye. Pippa says you tie-dyed a t-shirt one year for work with food coloring. It looked awesome. Put it in the wash and all the color ran out and I had a white shirt again. Was so disappointed. And that right there is why I go ahead and use fabric dye, is because that's what it's made for. So I stick with the RIT dyes. I haven't tried anything else. But there you go. I mean, you could always do it for an event or something that you need something tie-dyed. You could use the Kool-Aid and then wash it out. All right. So how's everybody else's week's been? Oh my gosh, we've already been here for 40 minutes, you guys. So let's go ahead and do, is that RIT stuff powder or ink? Do you want me to go grab it? Is everybody okay if I go grab it? It'll take me just a minute to do that. Roll our paper back up here a little bit so I don't stick my sleeve on my sticky. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab this dye so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay. So your RIT dyes, you can get them in a liquid. They come in a bottle like this. And this is mostly what I've used so far is the liquid dyes. And then you can also get the powder, and it comes like this. So it just comes in a box. It's got a little packet inside. And so you can use either one. With your ice dyeing, you're going to want to use the powder. The powders don't always blend up very well. You have to really make sure that you mix it well when you're dyeing it in liquid. If you're making this into a liquid, and it'll sometimes leave like powder marks, if that makes sense, on your fabric. That's why I tend to use this. You shake this up really well before you use it, and you get your water as hot as possible. So mine is just short of boiling water when I use this dye. I'll even put it in the microwave, not with the dye in it, just the water. I'll put it in the microwave, get it super hot, and then mix your dye in, and you shake it super hard. So there you go, Ashley. You can get this at Walmart. You can get it off Amazon. Mine came from Joann's because they were having a sale. So I got them 2 for $1, or 2 for 1, excuse me, BOGO 2 for 1. I use a jar like this. This is just a ball canning jar. This one is a wide mouth one. I have one that's more of a narrow mouth. And you can see mine still got some debris in it from when I have washed it. So I dye all my stuff in a mason jar. There you go. Let's see here. And powder is most used with ice, but you can also freeze liquid into ice cubes. Yes. So somebody pointed out, I saw a comment the other day that if you use your ice to dye and you have it, it's all down in the bin after it's melted, can you refreeze it into ice cubes? And I thought, well, that's super smart, because if you really like the color that you got, then freeze those back into ice cubes in some cheap ice cube trays, and then you can reuse it. Kerwin happens to be at Walmart right now. Yeah, send him over to the fabric where you buy your laundry detergent. It should be over in that aisle. So yeah, what I did is I only bought the most basic. I bought the 5 primary colors. So red, green, yellow, red, yellow, blue. I think I got gray and black. And so I mix all of my dyes. So each one is a personal. So like I mixed, red and yellow to make orange. I mix blue and green to make. No, let me try that again. Blue and yellow to make green. And all of that kind of stuff. Wouldn't work for dump colors where it all goes together. Yeah, that's true. So Amanda says she uses dye bottles with hot water to mix or use the powder with ice. The only color that I will use ink to mix water with is darker blue or black. So first I have to take the fruit out of the crock pot and then the pickles out of the jar. Gotcha. Exactly. Yes. So you eat all of the pickles in the jar, and then when the jar is empty, you drink the pickle juice. It's really good for your hydration, trust me. And then you wash the jar, and then you can use it as a dye jar. And whatever you do, when you guys, I'm going to tell you this, when you use this RIT, whatever utensils that you use, your jars, everything like that, that is only for dyeing. You cannot use food with it after that you have put this RIT dye in it, because it can cross-contaminate and it will make you very sick. So my 2 jars are just dye jars. They stay in the basket with the hand dyes, or with the dyes and all that stuff. That's the only thing these get used for. I have a tablespoon that is a metal tablespoon. That's the only thing it gets used for, is dyeing. I'm probably overly cautious on that, but I'd rather be overly cautious than get sick, make myself sick because I used something I shouldn't have used. All right, so we're going to reach in here blind and pull out a color. Get a color wheel if you need to learn. Listen, I was trying to do that off the top of my head. Don't be mean. It's been a long day. It's already been a long week. But yes, I mix my own colors. I use the primary colors, and then I mix my own secondary colors. And there's you some vocabulary for the day. All right, so we are going to start on the next phrase up here. And we're going to go over 4 from where the C started. If I can count, there's 3, there's 4, and we're going to lay that there. We're going to go up 2 in the middle. And then, need you to stay on the paper too. And add 1 more here. Like so. Oops. Yeah, so Amanda says she's the same way. So she has dye stuff and then she has food stuff. Diamond Queen says, I have a quick question. It depends on the question. Cheryl says, I do use a color wheel when selecting yarn fit project. Yeah. No, I know you weren't. Yeah, a color wheel can help. Even if you just need choices, color choices. And on the RIT Dye website, they have colors, a ton of colors on there. So like you go on, let's say you're looking for like a burgundy. You go on, you find the shade of burgundy that you're looking for. You click on the square and it will tell you which dyes of theirs to use to get that color and how much to use to get that color. So just so you know, if you are an actual recipe person and you're not an experimental dyer like I am, then Rit Dye does have the recipes for you to use to get the color that you're wanting. And I think that's a pretty cool thing that they have offered for folks that maybe aren't as adventurous, or if you are, have a special fabric that you're using or something like that. And they do have, I think, pretty much every shade under the rainbow on there. So you can go in, you can test it out, you can see what colors you'll actually need and all of that kind of stuff. I have 2 glass casserole pans that retired from food use, and it makes cleanup so easy. Yes. Yeah, it's like coloring frosting, kind of. That's a good way to explain it, Mindy, if you've ever done different colored frostings for cakes. Okay, guys, we only have 15 more minutes, so let's go ahead, if I can pick this up, and do our Wednesday wins. So my Wednesday win is that I am almost caught up at work. I was out the past couple of Fridays, and it has taken me a very long time to catch up with the filing. There's a lot of paperwork involved in doing car deals. And so that was my goal going into this week, last week, and this week, is to get caught back up to where I normally am with filing. I don't like to be more than a day or 2 behind my normal schedule if I can help it. And it's kind of been making me crazy that I've been so far behind. So I've been busting my butt this week to get caught back up, and I am almost there. I should need tomorrow, probably about half the day, to finish the filing and actually get the files on the wall. And then I will be completely caught up. So that is my Wednesday win for this week. I will ask that you guys say a prayer for Creative Mayhem. Her hubby is sick and is going to have surgery. That's all I'm going to say about it. But if you could just send up some thoughts and prayers for them. He's doing okay at the moment. It's nothing super, super urgent, but he gave us a scare the other day. So if you could just keep her in your thoughts and your prayers and your good wishes, I'm sure she would appreciate that, as well as he would. Okay. Amanda says Wednesday win, she paid off her credit card and as of 20 minutes ago have everything done for my son to graduate high school on Saturday. And she got a kid to graduate high school without killing him, you guys. That's amazing. So congratulations, Amanda. I know she's been a little stressed, and so she's doing a good job. So Deanne's Wednesday win is that she finished the canvas for Butterflies with Diamonds event. Very nice. So she got a finish. Give me a second. I'll find the cowbell, and we'll ring the cowbell for a finish. This is a really pretty color, guys. 906. It's a very pretty green. Tia, where are you at? I'm using greens. We're going to use this bright orange next. And then we'll probably use some pink. Oh. Cowbell for a finish. There we go. Thank you, guys. Yeah, she says it isn't Saturday yet. It's close, though. I think at this point, you should be able to make it. It's only 4 more days. 3? How many days till Saturday, you guys? I can't math either. Can't spell, can't math. It's a rough day. 4. We're going to go there. 1 more down. Over 2. there, and I don't know if I like the patty wax in this pin tip. We're going to have to play with this a little bit and see if we can, excuse me, make it work. Mindy says she rejoined Weight Watchers. A win, I think. You're hungry. I'm hungry too. It's okay. Danielle found and charged her Fitbit. Okay, so Tia Crashley, J-Rob, Crystal, and Rebecca are doing a step challenge, you guys. So if you have something that will track your steps and you would like to join in, Rebecca has a Google Doc that you can fill out. They'll put you on a team. And then I think they said June, July, and August. Is that correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. They're going to have a step challenge to see who can get the most steps in which team. I don't know if there are prizes or anything like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if that is something that you might be interested in, contact one of them and they'll let you know how to join and do all the things. And you can do that. Now, if you don't have like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or whatever, guys, if you have a smartphone, your phone has a tracker in it that will track your steps. It's usually I know on iPhone anyway, it's in your health app. So if you download the health app on your Apple phone, it will track your steps. So the St. Jude this year, they are doing something similar. When you download the St. Jude app onto your phone, you give your app permission to look at your health stuff, and then it will track your steps for you. I have done really badly the last couple of days, just so you know. Very, very badly. I kind of feel bad about it, and I kind of don't. There we go. Fee says she is using a multi-placer on her Josephine Wall DP. Y'all, Fee is not a multi-placer kind of girl. So that is big news. I'm very proud of you for that. Cheryl says she finished 2 hats and a shawl on the loom and a Crafty Mint diamond painting. Working on an 89 by 51 started yesterday and you're already halfway finished. Damn, girl, slow down. But there's your cowbell, because my goodness. Crystal, Rebecca, Crashley, J-Rob, and Tia. Each team captain is giving away prizes. Okay. Yeah, Mindy says she's a bit competitive. A lot of us are a bit competitive. I'm a bit competitive, just a little bit. Just saying. Currently with St. Jude fundraising, we are sitting at number 2 in teams for the walk run. The team we're getting beat by has like 115 people on their team, so I don't feel too bad. Just so you guys know. There's the sign-up form. How can you multi-place with all of the JW confetti? 240 colors, a multi-placer is hardly used. This is true. I don't think I'd ever do something with 240 colors, but you know, those when they're finished, Fee, your paintings are awesome. But it's getting them finished. That's the part I struggle with, especially with confetti. Because we all know I'm not a confetti girl. That's one too many. So we're going to slide you over here. Here we go. I'm going to finish this word, and then I'm going to start wrapping up for the evening. So far, this new pen tip is fantastic. It is working just like I remembered it. I'm loving it. Oops. I don't know that I'm going to be able to use the super sticky in here unless I can figure out a trick to keep my wax in my pen. I'm having some issues with it coming out of the pen tip. Maybe I just need to pack it better. Not sure. Oh, Fee, right in the heart. Damn. She says you can hardly spell confetti. And you want to know the worst part is the word was right in front of me. Wow. See, that's when you know you got real friends. They tell you how it is, even if you don't want to hear it. Try a museum putty for multi-placers. I've tried everything in my multi-placers. The pink wax for multi-placers is still my fave. I might try some of the blue putty in here and see if I like it better. Because I do like the blue putty. I've used it before. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close this up. We have just a few minutes left here. So we're going to make sure we don't get anything else on here. So this is how we're going. So next week, I'm going to, wait, what's next week? Hold on. How many weeks does this month have? Next week, we should be able to start finishing this up. I will probably go ahead and finish the other two words, which is ready for. And then all of our words will be done. And so next week, we should get to have fun and add in all of our confetti. And I'm going to freehand that. I'm not going to use the pattern. I'm just going to freehand all of my confetti wherever I want it and whatever colors we want it in. And then I will do my fill-in probably off camera because the last week of the month, Rebecca and I go live. We will be on my channel this month with our, what is it called? Temperature Sal, our temp Sal. So, I know you had to say it, girl. I know. So I want to say thank you to everybody for coming and joining me tonight, even though I was a hot mess and all over the place. I hope that you are enjoying our conversion, and hopefully somebody will be willing to do this with me and do it in a different colorway, you know, in your own colors. I would love to see it done. Same for your cross stitches. If you're doing this as a cross stitch, please let me know and make sure that you post that on social media with the hashtag stitch4 St. Jude. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up before you head out tonight if you enjoyed this. If you're not subscribed and you would like to, hit that subscribe button and ring that cowbell because everybody needs more cowbell in their lives. And until I see you guys next time, happy stitching, happy diamond painting until we meet again and I learn to spell. Bye, guys.